Right, it's already off choke. We'll do a little bit of a tune on it. Stick the exhaust probe in. Happening on that one. Okay, so we've got a misreading. Twin pipes, that's the trouble. Got the sensor in one. Okay, I've got a good reading now. So 12.6 is a bit on the rich side. Okay, shut it down now, and then I'm going to adjust the mixture screws. So I've got my adjuster here, ready to go. Start her up. So we're about 12.5, just going to adjust it. Okay, so I've adjusted the mixture screws and we're at that level now. Okay, so 14.7. This may actually go a bit too far. So I'll let it stabilise a little. Good. So I've had to seal up the exhaust a little bit, cloth, bung up the other side. And this is how sensitive it is, right? So we're at 14.3. Pull that out. Yeah, straight away. Shoots right up. Plug that back in. Yeah, that's good. So the adjustment I've done is with this tool here, 90-degree screwdriver, and then you can just about make out the adjustment body here for the mixture screw. So I've turned them both in roughly the same each side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read off what settings I've got for both of them. So what I ended up with was half a turn out on the front, 5/8 of a turn out on the rear. I've reset them both and I've put them to 3/4 out. I don't really want them too what's the word? Too closed off, I suppose, but this is what it's measuring. So let's see what it's like at 3/4. Obviously it'll be a lower number. So it still starts up okay. So it's just above 14, so that's not too bad for me. So So pull out everything. Gauge. See what it revs like. Full throttle. That's pretty good. There's not a lot of lag in that. Like when you give it full throttle, there's not a lot of delay. So what I might do now is I'll just quick road test, and then just to make sure it's not going to pop too much on deceleration. Right, so I've just been out for a short ride. So before this, the mixture screws were standard, which is 1.5 turns out, and then during tuning we've put them into about half a turn out, so that's quite a lot. I ended up changing it to 3/4, measuring it, and it was still, you know, 14.3 on the meter. And after that I thought I'll just play it safe, we'll put it at 1 turn out. So that's what they're at the moment, one turn out. It rides pretty much perfectly. There's no issues whatsoever. So from low revs to full chat, it seems like everything's working perfectly. So there's no flat spots. It pulls really hard from like 5,000 to 6,000 RPM, and then it just takes off. Low down below 4,000 RPM, it is a little bit lumpy. I think when I owned one, this is what they were like basically. It's just, you know, it's a V-twin. The cylinders are not quite in sync or whatever, you know. It's just a little bit, you know, like the whole bike's almost lurching to go basically. It just wants to set off. So yeah, it's pretty much there now. I'm going to leave those settings as they are. I don't want to run it too lean, because, you know, if I put that mixture screw in even further and further and further, it might read perfect. But if we can get away with a bit more closer to standard settings, I think that's better. So I'm happy to let this one go. It's been a good little project. Reminds me of when I owned one of these. Cool little bike. And yeah, it still rides really well, given that this one's not the best model out there. It's a bit ropey in places, but you know, the engine, it's still good. Well, it is good now that it's got new valves in.